I've had a bunch of questions about STIs, mainly lately herpes. It's one of the 4-H clubs, right? Hepatitis, herpes, HPV, and HIV, right? 4 things that aren't curable. There are lots of others that you can treat more readily with antibiotics, but those are the 4. So herpes, let's talk about that. And somebody asked me, is the cold sores you get the same as that? And it actually is a very similar version of the same virus, right? Herpes 1 and herpes 2. 80% of North Americans get cold sores when they're sick. You know, I've had them, like a lot of people, you get them past somebody's kissed you when you're a kid, and I get one every 5 years when I'm really sick. Only here. But I know that you cannot pack a lunch, go on down if you've got an outbreak. Or even if you've got that tingling feeling that you're about to get an outbreak, because then there's some cells that can be transmitted. Otherwise, you cannot transmit it, you cannot get it. So people who get genital herpes often have had, you know, I see it with people in university who get a first outbreak because they've been rolling around in the dark and they haven't seen their partner in bright light. I tell you, take a shower to get there. No, you don't need a flashlight, but you do need to see them for the first time with some light going on down there. There are medications if you get them to make sure you don't have an outbreak. So it's not a worry, as long as they don't have any obvious sores or aren't coming. Ideally, they communicate about that, but that's the concern, right? The other kinds of non-curable, right? Hepatitis and HPV, get your shots. If you're fooling around with anybody, get immunized. Like, I don't understand why everybody, remember, I said it earlier, I remember when my son was in grade 8 and they were giving all the girls the shot for HPV, Gardasil. And I dragged him down to the doctor and said, roll up your sleeve. And he's like, why am I the only guy in grade 8 getting it? And I'm like, too bad, because you can be a carrier from penile, anal, all of those cancers. So make sure you have your shots. Look for people in bright light. Have some antibiotics if the condom breaks. And play safe. I'm Sue and I got more.